I wanted to talk about primary keys. So if you have a table and you want to decide what should I make a primary key? Well, what is a primary key? A primary key is something that's unique, that's always going to be unique, an attribute or a set of attributes that will always be unique in your table. A candidate key, there could be more than one choice. So a candidate key would be all the possible choices. So for example, look at this table. I have a student name, a student ID number, social security number, address, and phone number. So you could imagine a table like this in, in our university. So we have all this information. Student name, well, can a student name be a candidate key? Let's think about it. Is it possible that a student name will always be unique? While one student might be Jane Smith, another student can be George Washington, another can be Bart Simpson. So maybe that could be a candidate key. But if you think about it, it's possible you can have two students named Jane Smith. So it's not a good candidate key because it is possible that there will be two rows in the database with Jane Smith because there could be two people with the same name. So student name would not be a good candidate key or primary key. But okay, address. Why is address always unique? No. What if two students live in the same house or are roommates? Phone number. What if again you have people in the same house and there's a home number? You don't want to. You want your primary key to be something that you will know will always be unique. Student ID is a really good one. Student ID is definitely a candidate key. It's a candidate key for the primary key because every student at the university has a different student ID number. Social security number is also a candidate key. It's always unique. There's no two people with the same social security number. If I were choosing now, so I have two candidate keys. I can either choose my student ID or the social security number. If I were to make a choice, I would choose the student ID. Since it's the student table, student information, I would choose the student ID to be the primary key. So while there's two candidate keys and both are unique, the choice I would make would be my primary key is the student ID. So you always have one primary key, but you might have a few candidate keys, but you choose one to be your primary key, and that in the table you set to be your primary key, and the next video will show you how to do that. So then if someone tries to insert something with the same ID number, you'll get an error, and you cannot have duplicate primary keys.